Evening, everybody, again. 7 o'clock on the most exciting business that I've ever say. So make yourself comfortable and enjoy the ride, as it's going to be really beautiful. It's one of the things that I have committed myself into as a young businesswoman that's really growing in the industry of digital. If not 100 ways. All right. So just to touch on a little that I'm a student. Being in this business has changed my life in more than ways that I can count. I have structured my life in a very different way because now I'm in a circle of people that are trying to make others grow in every way they can. So as a student, it took me a very long time to get myself to jump in right away. Um, but I had to because I saw the importance. I saw how much time was not on my side. So I had to save and get myself involved. So let me touch on the ground rules for tonight. Um, because now every household has its own rules. So I would plead everybody to stay muted because it is very vital for us to hear everything that has to be said. It's very important. Every second counts. So stay muted and let us not hear any background noise that might disturb us there and there into having the information that we owe ourselves in actual fact. So bear in mind that this meeting is recorded for special purposes. And then we are very professional in this business. So unfortunately, as much as I know that we are all excited, you'll be having questions there and there. I do know that along the way they will be answered because this meeting involves everything. It answers every question that you might have if you are only just being introduced into it. So I would like you to stay muted until the end of the meeting because the questions will be attended to. The floor will be opened after the whole presentation has been done. And also, if you feel that maybe you will forget, you can note your question on the chats that are available to you there on your below screen. So my fellow partners will be listening with us in the presentation until it's done, and our dedicated leaders who are assigned to chat today will answer with all honesty and give you accurate information that is very transparent in our
Good evening, everybody. I think we have lost. Let me put my video on so that you can all see me. I think we've lost Fundo there. Good evening, everyone. I think we've lost Fundo due to network issues. Oh, my hair got too much. Okay, so I'm going to be taking over. She was just going to finish off on the house rules, which was that if you still have anything to say and you can't wait until the end, please do put them on the chat, and we've got designated people who will be responding to those. We urge all our mining city members to please not respond to any of the questions because we've got people that are specially designated to respond to the chat. Okay, and I think that's all she was going to say. Then she was going to introduce me. My name is Maggie. I'm not going to be alone today. So today we've got Maggie and we've got Fundo and we've got Sibonelo as well to take you through tonight's presentation. Fundo is very inspirational, a young lady. She inspires me so much. Young as she is, but she has reached such great heights. So thank you so much, Fundo, and I hope you will be able to join us just now. Okay, so my name is Maggie Muluti. I'm in Johannesburg in the West Rand. I'm a mother of 4. I'm a married mom of 4. Can you all hear me? Those who've got access to answer, please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thanks, Dima. Okay, so I stay in the restaurant. I'm an IT consultant. I've been in IT for more than 20 years now, and I'm very passionate about cryptocurrencies. I was introduced to it in 2017, into Bitcoin in particular, and since then, I've really seen hope, you know, in a situation where I was at as a professional and yet not meeting and getting to the point where I want to be at the point where I know that I don't want to be limited by how much I have, but just doing what I want to do because I can, you know. And so I was introduced to cryptocurrency in 2017 and started reading up about it. And one of the things that really caught me was when the industry experts were saying that in a couple of years, one Bitcoin will be worth $1 million US. For me, that was like, wow, I can actually be a millionaire by owning a Bitcoin. So I got interested. I started going into mining, and my dreams evolved as time from being one Bitcoin, being inspired by a certain someone called Maggie, who was telling me about Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining, and excitedly, because now I was on my path of accumulating my first Bitcoin. And I said to her, so do you have one Bitcoin? And she looked at me and she laughed. The laugh that says, oh, you're telling me about one Bitcoin. You know, that's when I realized that there is a lot of money to be made and one Bitcoin is just a limitation. So since then, I haven't looked back. So what we're going to be sharing with you is awesome, is wonderful. Pay attention, and we hope that you will be with us until the end. We actually urge you to be with us until the end. Okay, before we go on, let us start with a disclaimer. This is for me and my partner, Sibonelo, and my partner, Fundo. We are not financial advisors. We are not tax consultants, but whatever we are going to be sharing with you today is purely based on our experience and the knowledge that we have acquired throughout the past few years. So we have made it our point for us to know so that we can share with people the excitement and the treasure that we have found in these currencies. Okay, so Dr. Wayne Dyer says that the highest form of ignorance is when you reject something you don't know anything about. So the fact that you are all in here, more than 100 people in here, wanting to hear what we've got to say, for me, is a sign that we are not those that are ignorant and we reject things we don't know about. So we applaud you for being in here. You can give yourself a pat on the back, actually, to say you've heard about Bitcoin probably, and you have not rejected it. You said, I'm gonna hear what these people have got to talk about. Most importantly, you probably heard about Bitcoin Vault, because that is the new baby on the block. And you said, you know what, I want to hear for myself. They are always making a noise about this on Facebook. I'm gonna hear about it. So we applaud you. We are going to make this next hour worth your while. We appreciate your time, so please stay with us until the end. Okay, so why are we all here? We are all here for different reasons. You know, they invited you, you want to know more about cryptocurrency, you want financial freedom, you've got extra money that you want to invest, or it's a hobby for you, whatever it is. But I must say, there must be one thing that brings us all together in here, and that is money. We are sitting here at 7 p.m. on a Wednesday because we want to know about money. How do we keep this money coming? How do we keep it growing? Because all we are about in here, in this forum, me and my business partners, are not only about getting the money coming, but we have to keep it coming. It must grow. It mustn't stop. You know, it's about continually making and growing your money. So how do we actually make this money to keep it? That is what we are here to tell you today, sharing what we have experienced and what we are doing. Hopefully it will work out for you. So when we start talking about money, it is very important that you understand where you stand in relation to money. When we talk about money, we talk about how we're going to get that money, our income. So we're going to use the cash flow quadrant as a point of reference. This was designed by a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. He's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So if you haven't read that book, I urge you to go and find the book and read it. It will change the way you think about money. You'll start thinking differently about how you generate money and how you should be accumulating wealth. So he says that all the income earners can actually be categorized into 4 quadrants. He splits them into the left and the right side of the quadrant. So the first quadrant, he says, is the employee quadrant. So I'm going through this. As I'm going through it, I want you to check yourself and see where you are at, to understand where you are at so that you can get the maximum advantage out of this presentation, as we are going to show you how to transition in the quadrants. So place yourself, do this exercise as I'm going through this, okay? If you're an employee, you actually wake up in the morning or whatever afternoon, whatever you're working shifts, whatever it is, and you go somewhere, you provide a service and they pay you for it. You're an employee. If you're self-employed, now, what we tend to do is tend to think that I'm going to start my own business, and then I go and then maybe I start a surgery or a practice or something like that. Robert Kiyosaki says that you are self-employed, which means you are still trading your time for money. He says the employees and those who are self-employed are trading their time for money. Okay, so as self-employed, take for example a doctor who has their own surgery. When they are not there, money is not generated. So if you're a business person right now, ask yourself, when I am not there, can money still be made? If your answer is no, you can categorize yourself as someone who is self-employed, which means we are trading our time for money. And because of time being limited, we are limited into how much wealth we can create. That is why you find that on these two quadrants on the left, 10% of the wealth is there, which means that you can work so hard, so much, but you can only do so much. And it limits how much you can make. And yet, guess what? 90% of income earners are in those quadrants. Okay? Then he says, we've got quadrants on the right side, one being the business owner. This is where we all, and most of us have said, I want to start my own business, but when we start our own business, what are we focusing on? He says, don't focus on the product, focus on the systems. You must create systems and get to work with people, systems that will allow you to leverage off people, that you don't have to be the one-man show doing the work for money to be made. So you start leveraging on people and systems to what generates a lot of money. So you can see big corporates like our retailers, they've got systems in place. The Ackermans don't need to be at a Pick n Pay store for a Pick n Pay store to open. Their system has allowed them to have a lot of stores everywhere, which means that whether they are not there, whether they are there or not, business continues. So if you are thinking of going into business, you need to tap into a system. He speaks about different types of businesses. They all have their advantages and disadvantages. He speaks about franchises. We know that it's very expensive to get a franchise, but however, it is a system that's already in place. You just tap into it. He speaks about starting your own business. For me, that is the hard way of doing it, and I would like to choose the easier way, but I must say I tried the hard way. And the hard way meant for me to resign from my job, cash out my pension, and use that to start a business that I, by the way, thought that was the best thing that I was going to do. It was going to succeed. I was going to be a multimillionaire. And guess what? Within a year, the business flopped. The money was gone. So for me, that is the hard way of starting. He also speaks about network marketing. He actually says that network marketing is one of the easiest to get into for various reasons. Why? The first one being that the startup costs are normally not as high as going into your own business and going into buying a franchise, okay? And two, the systems are already there. You don't have to be developing any system. You go in there, most of the network marketing still have a back office, or everything is worked out for you. You just plug and play. And then the very important thing about network marketing is the support that you get. That is one of the businesses that says you will thrive only if you support the next person. So which means from the beginning, you are geared up for success. So look at going into a business, because there you are not trading your time for money, but you've got systems and people working in your favor. The last quadrant is an investor quadrant. In this quadrant, that is where now your money is working for you. I'm not talking about a case when you say, Maggie, if I put in 10,000 today, how much will I have in 3 months? How much will I have in 2 weeks? Because so-and-so promised me that 1,000 will get me 50,000 at the end of the week. No, not talking about that kind of thing. Investment is when your money is truly working for you, that if you were to stop working today, the returns from your investment will maintain the lifestyle that you have. So today, that is what we are looking into. We are looking at how do we become investors such that our investments start working for us, paying for our lifestyle. How do we become business owners? Why do you want to do that? Because according to Robert Kiyosaki, 90% of the wealth is there. And only 10% of us are in there. Probably because we did not understand it before. But now that we know, we need to be looking at going into being business owners and also investors. So I want to introduce to you what we are here about today, a company called Mining City. Okay. So Mining City story starts with a company called MineBest. As I'm talking through this story, watch that video because it will show you what MineBest is all about. MineBest was started in 2017. And this is a company that purely does, sorry, my network is, eventually it will come up. Okay, so MineBest started in 2017. And this is purely an infrastructure company that does infrastructure for digital currencies. So they provide infrastructure for mining digital currencies. These guys were so good at what they do that because that is their main business, right? They were so good at what they do that when they went on a digital summit, a World Digital Summit, they were spotted by a guy called Mr. Park. Because he said to them, you know, guys, I've noticed that MineBest has remained profitable regardless of what is happening in the crypto space. Bitcoin mining has become very difficult. A lot of miners have actually shut down, yet you guys are still continuing. You guys are profitable. How are you doing it? Because we are interested. We've got a whole lot of people who want to be in mining, but it is a very expensive and almost impossible for an individual to do it. So they want to come in, but we have not found the right company. But see what you guys are doing, we are interested. So EL, who is the CEO of MineBest, said, you know what, best you come and see what we've got. So it took them to Kazakhstan. I was hoping that you would see the mines there, but my network is refusing for you guys to see oh, there we go. Okay. So then you'll see the mining farm. So he said, best you come and see what we are doing so that it's not just hearsay. They went in and checked out what these guys are doing. They checked out their farms. They saw that they use the most economic way of mining. They've got containers instead of having big solid buildings that need them to have extensive air conditioning and all that. So they structured state of the art and focusing on what? On being cost effective. And that is how they get a competitive advantage over other miners, and they are staying competitive even today as a mining company. So they are still regarded as one of the top of the best miners that the mining farms that are loved by miners. They won awards last year. At the end of the year, at the Digital Summit, they were recognized for what they have done. Their top-class facilities that you are seeing in there, most effective, made them profitable. So Mr. Park said, oh, I like this. So what are we going to do about this? MineBest said, you know what? We don't sell to individuals. Our core business is providing infrastructure. So we will think about what you are saying. We're not going to disregard it. And then they said, we are going to form a leg called Mining City, purely to deal with this customer base, which is where we come in. We got in because Mining City was introduced as an idea of us having access to the mining farms for MineBest that came with Mr. Park. So in 2018, then the project started for Mining City. It was launched now at the end, sorry, I'm just losing myself because this thing is in my way. Sorry, let me just move this. So the project started in 2018 and then it was officially launched in February of 2019. Yes, it is new, but remember they have partnered with MineBest. They are born out of MineBest. So this partnership that has got great credibility in the crypto space has not only assured the success of Mining City, but has made sure that this company is going to be going on for much longer than you can imagine. It is here to stay. They've got huge mining farms in Kazakhstan and in China. And Mining City has grown to be a successful company. I know that people are very reluctant to go into startups. You know, when I told you about my business failing the first year, but look at what Mining City has done in the first year. In the first year, they had more than 250 members. That is people that have said, we want to be part of this mining. And that is in more than 22 countries. Now you tell me, what company grows like that in its first year? In that first year, they made more than 230 million US dollars in sales. Not only that, they have paid out in the first year only. They've done so much more now that they're in their second year. They paid out over 108 million in commissions to their members. By members, we're talking about Maggie, Fundo, Sibonelo, Jimakazo, all the people that have invited in here. We are all beneficiaries of those commissions. Okay, so now what Mining City has done now is that, okay, now we are here, we're going to offer something to the people because they wanted something to mine, but they said we'll offer them 2 income streams and not 1. So you can be an investor and you can be a business owner, which means that now you can fulfill the 2 parts on the right-hand quadrant, or the cash flow quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. So that is what this session is about, to help you transition, doing so productively, effectively, the easy way, not the hard way. Okay, so how are they going to do this for us? Okay, before I go there, let's think about the leadership of these guys. And Mining City has got 2 days, as I said. There's Mining City, there's MindBest. MindBest is the back end, and Mining City is the front end. So one is supporting the other. One is giving access to MindBest for the customers, which is Mining City, and the leader is Greg Rogoski. The leader of MindBest is Ian Avramovich. Go and look up these guys. Go and look at the credibility and the reputation of Ian in the cryptocurrency space. Go and look at Greg's credibility in the marketing space and see how this is a perfect partnership guaranteed to take us forward. So what are they offering us? They are offering us an opportunity in 2 cryptocurrencies. Remember, I said to you, MindBest, their job, their primary thing is to provide infrastructure for mining cryptocurrencies. So they actually mine 2 cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault. Okay, and how are they offering us an opportunity? They offer us an opportunity by allowing us to buy mining power so that we don't have to worry about all the costs of mining. We just go and buy mining power. You don't have to worry about the cost of running a business. Remember, tapping into a system that already exists when we spoke about network marketing and all the things in the 4th quadrant. So you don't have to worry about those operations. They worry about that. You just buy mining power and focus on getting Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault. Bitcoin Vault is probably the reason you are here today. Bitcoin Vault is the one that has got us going, ooh, yesterday I was laughing when people were saying, please slow down, Bitcoin Vault, we haven't accumulated enough, slow down, because the price just keeps going up. So you are here to hear about Bitcoin Vault, but we cannot do Bitcoin Vault justice without talking about Bitcoin, Bitcoin being the mother of all cryptocurrencies. So allow us to give you a bit of information about what Bitcoin is. One thing that we believe in this team is that you need to know what you are investing in. You need to understand what you are investing in, so you will make an informed decision. And we are going to give you enough information for you to say, I have made a decision, not to say, I did so because Maggie said. It will be, I did so because I understood what Maggie and Sibonelo said, and I thought, wow, this is an opportunity for me to be in. So let me tell you a little bit about Bitcoin. Ooh, is this me? My screen is all written up. Okay, there must be a good reason. Let me just do this. Sorry about that. I don't know how to erase it though. Okay, let's just go on. Anyway, Bitcoin is the first digital currency that was produced in 2009. And so it has been in existence for about 11 years. If you're only hearing about it now, just know that it is not a new thing, okay? So it is everything that money is. It is just digital money. You can buy with it, you can sell it, you can send it to someone, you can save it. They call it peer-to-peer currency because it was designed for us to exchange value without involving the middleman. The middleman being who? The banks. The middleman being who? The governments. So it's not owned by any government. It is global. Bitcoin is Bitcoin in South Africa, in the UK, in Namibia, in Mozambique, in Kenya, in Ghana. It is Bitcoin. It is not owned by anybody. It's got a very unique monetary policy. I think we said it's currency, so it must have a monetary policy. It's got a very unique one, which says that there is a limited supply of 21 million Bitcoins already, ever to be produced, 21 million. And you'll appreciate why this is so. And already we have 18.3 of these coins in circulation. Okay, that's the first point about the monetary policy. The second thing about the monetary policy is that they also sort of control how many of these coins are released at a time. They didn't say, okay, there's 21 million, boom, all in circulation. No. because we don't want to flood the market with it. Why? Because it is controlling this issuance of the coins. Why? Because we want to control it and guard it against inflation. You all know that, especially in countries where money was just being printed nilly-willy, what happened? It devalued the currency. Why? Because it increased the inflation, the currency lost value, and some of those currencies even disappeared. So with Bitcoin, it was specifically designed to be like gold, to mimic gold. So that is why sometimes it's called a commodity, right? A great store of value, because it is meant to carry the value that the value that it has, not only carry it, but also increase it over time. And this monetary policy is the key to that. So the 21 million is not released all at once, it's released every 10 minutes. And then they further said that every 10 minutes, every 4 years, we're going to reduce the supply. Why? Remember, I said it mimics gold. Imagine when a gold mine was discovered somewhere. I'm imagining that there was a lot of gold everywhere, and they could just dig, and the gold would come out. I'm imagining that. Now, as they go deeper, they get less and less gold. And then they go lower and lower underground, and they're getting less and less gold, which means, number one, they are getting less, and it's getting more difficult to mine, and it is getting more expensive to mine. So that is exactly what happens with Bitcoin. Every 10 minutes, it started with, in 28, with 50 Bitcoins being issued every 10 minutes. I think that's why I had all those circles around there. Okay. 50 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. After 4 years, that reduced to 25 Bitcoins. After 4 years, it reduced to 12.5. Now in May, it reduced again to 6.25 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. I want you to appreciate this, especially when you're telling me about Bitcoin Vault, okay? At this point in time, 6.25 Bitcoins are being produced every 10 minutes. At this point in time, 18 million coins are already in circulation. And these coins are going to be mined until the year 2140. And there's only 2.7 million to be mined in that period. So when I talk about mining difficulty, this is where it comes in. Okay, so let's look at the value of Bitcoin over time, because one thing that has really gotten us interested in these coins is the value. We said it's a great store of value. What did we mean? We have seen how it has performed over time. Yes, it is currency, it fluctuates, but the general trend is an upward trend. So we are showing you now the general trend. In between here, yes, there have been fluctuations, but appreciate that the value of Bitcoin in 2010 was $7 US. For those of us who are in South Africa, that was R1.40 for one Bitcoin in 2010. Today, we are sitting at the value of Bitcoin being over 170,000 rands. It is now over $9,000 US. But I must tell you as well that Bitcoin reached the $100 mark in 4 years. So it took quite a while for it to start peaking. We saw the biggest growth in 2014. But imagine this, if in 2010, you took 140 rands, 140 rands, and bought some Bitcoin, you would actually get 100 coins. Multiply that by today, the value of one coin being more than 170,000 rands. You are a millionaire. Do you understand that? Do you understand why we are so caught up in these coins? The possibilities that it brings for us. You know, we've been working for more than 20 years. We are not there yet. This can fast track your finances. Just keep paying attention. Okay, so what powers this? Why is the value of Bitcoin going up? I spoke about the monetary policy. It plays part, but what powers Bitcoin is really what we call the blockchain, which is a technology that enables the existence of this coin. Without blockchain, there will be no Bitcoin. Okay, so it is actually, let me just quickly go through this. So blockchain is it's a digital ledger. It is distributed in that it is based on all computers. We've got a whole lot of computers connected from all over the world, okay? We call them nodes sometimes, but they're all connected all over the world, forming part of the blockchain, right? So what happens? On each one of these computers, there's a general ledger, which means something that keeps the audit trail of when the first coin was. Every coin that has ever been mined, it is on there. As it exchanged hands, it is on there. Remember, we said that we have taken out the middlemen, the banks. So if we did that, who are we going to trust when Maggie says she is sending coins to Manugo? Who are we going to trust? We don't have to trust one person now. We are trusting a whole system all these computers, because they all have the same copy of the general ledger. So if I want to send money to a Bitcoin to Sibonelo, my Bitcoin will be published on this network, and all the computers will check the general ledger to say, is this a valid transaction? If it is, they will approve it. The same way that when you are at Pick and Pay and you swipe your card, right? And you're waiting there to see if it's going to be approved or declined. What's happening in the background? A message is sent to your bank. What does your bank do? They are looking at their general ledger that you don't have access to. You cannot see, nor can any other bank see. If you're with Standard Bank, only Standard Bank can see that. So they check, okay, Maggie's spending 1,000 rand at Pick and Pay. Does she have this? Oh, yes, she does. It sends a message back to the point of sale at the till at Pick and Pay. It says approved. If I didn't say, it was declined. So we are trusting the bank to do that. In the cryptocurrency space, we are trusting the blockchain to do that. And as it is doing that, as all these computers are doing that, remember, you are mining to collect Bitcoins. So how are you actually collecting your Bitcoins? Part of the job of these computers is to solve mathematical equations, and they are competing. Competition is tight. The fastest one is the one that will win. And what does it mean for being the one that wins and solves this mathematical equation? You are issued with new coins that never existed. So if it was in the case of money, you have just printed new money. If it was in the case of mining, you have just come out with gold. That is how new coins are issued. I hope that is clear. That is how the blockchain works in a nutshell. It's very technical, but we just make it easy for you to be able to say, I can do this. Okay, so that whole thing is called mining, done by computers. It is just a process of verifying and the transactions and issuing new coins as an award to the miners. I've already said that blockchain is the heart of cryptocurrency, and it is what to cryptocurrency, blockchain is what the email is to the internet. Internet is to the email. The email cannot exist without the internet. So cryptocurrencies will not exist without blockchain, because they allow us to issue these coins. Okay, so that is really all you need to know about how this is done. And nice to see is that these are the computers I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your desktop at home. It is specialized machines. This is actually pictures from the mining city mining farm. Okay, so there is hundreds and thousands of these computers worth millions of dollars. So as much as we are saying it is a peer-to-peer transacting, anybody can own this machine. You can try, but you will not be profitable. Why? You are competing against things like these. Companies like Mining City with mining farms, and they've got their own power station on site. So you are going to need power. Our power is expensive. You are going to need data. Our data is expensive, 24/7 connected. And our power, not only is it expensive, it's unreliable. So a lot of mining farms are shutting down. As I was saying, with the story of Mine Best, when Mr. Park spoke to EL at that summit, he said, how are you remaining profitable? Those containers there, you can imagine not much air conditioning is needed there. It is the way they have designed this that have made them spectacular in the industry and still profitable. So this is the mining farm that we're talking about. Okay, so you cannot try to do this on your own. You are guaranteed not to succeed. It is difficult, it is expensive. Okay, so now we're thinking, okay, now she's talking about Bitcoin. We came here to hear about Bitcoin Vault. Okay, and some people are feeling that, you know what, I think I've missed it. Maggie just showed us that the value of one Bitcoin is now $170 US. 170,000 rands, and it's about $9,000 US. And she's told us that mining difficulty is now too much. It's gone too. It's increasing all the time. She's telling us it's no longer profitable. We get 6.25. So now, why are we here? How is this going to work for us? And guess what? We are here because we've got a second chance. What if you were given a chance to go back in time to that time when Bitcoin was $100 US? Remember that time I showed you that it was $100 US after 3 years. What if you can go back to that time when I said to you the value of Bitcoin was R1.40? Okay. So I asked someone that question today and they said, oh, is that possible? And I said, yes, it is, because we've got what we call Bitcoin Vault. Okay. So going to tell you about this exciting coin that has really gotten us thinking. You know, people who started in 2017 said they were too late. Those who started in 2015 said they were too late with Bitcoin. Those who started now saying they're too late. Now, Bitcoin Vault, you don't want to be looking in 10 years' time and say, I'm too late. This coin is the new kid on the block, and it is doing wonders. It is going to shake this space. And what exactly is this coin? Okay, everything that Bitcoin is, okay? One thing is that you'll be hearing people talking about altcoins. It's an altcoin. An altcoin is anything that is not Bitcoin. Any cryptocurrency is not Bitcoin. So this one is based on the Bitcoin technology. That's the first thing that you need to understand, which makes it also something to look into. All the other altcoins, you need to be looking at what it does. So here, it is based on the Bitcoin technology. Moreover, what it has done for us, which is a plus, and every coin that you are thinking of getting into, think about what value it is adding to the cryptocurrency community. What Bitcoin Vault is adding to our community as cryptocurrency investors is that it has given us flexibility and security. Now we've got the power to decide, which we didn't have before, whether we want fast transactions or we want ultra secure transfers. What does that mean to you and me? It means that you can say, I want to send my coin and I want it to go now, boom, just like Bitcoin does, okay? Or you can say, you know what? I want to have the ability to reverse my transaction if I've made a mistake, or if someone has hacked into my stuff, I can report and say, hey, bring back those coins. You can't do that with Bitcoin. Bitcoin Vault has allowed that, which means this is a coin that a lot of people who understand cryptocurrency, I don't know of any other coin that does this, are going to pay attention and say we want to invest in this. So investing in altcoins means that pay attention to the value it is adding to the cryptocurrency community, and Bitcoin Vault is certainly adding value to the community. Okay, not only that, it is also giving us an equal opportunity that we did not have with Bitcoin. What do I mean by equal opportunity? All the other altcoins, when they came into being, like your Bitcoin Gold, your Bitcoin Cash, what they did was that they also said, we are going to adopt what Bitcoin is doing, okay? The same protocol, just like Bitcoin Vault is doing, right? But where they probably went wrong, or where Bitcoin Vault is coming right for us as individuals, is that they said, because we want to align with Bitcoin, let's use Bitcoin Gold as an example, because we want to align with Bitcoin. And if at that time, when they were launching Bitcoin Gold, for example, there were 18 million Bitcoins, they would say, we want to issue 18 million coins upfront to align with Bitcoin, okay? But then they said, if we do that, who are we going to give these coins to? And they said, we'll give the coin to every person that owns a Bitcoin. So it meant one to one. If I have one Bitcoin, I would get one Bitcoin Gold. If I've got 100, I'll get 100 Bitcoin Gold. Okay, so how is this disadvantaging those who are just coming in? Out of all the wallets of Bitcoin holders, only 1% owns 60% of the wallets. 1% of the population of Bitcoin owns 60% of the coins in circulation. So when Bitcoin Gold comes and issues in the way they were issuing, what happens? The same 1% gets rich. When Bitcoin Cash comes in and does the same 1% gets rich. Bitcoin Vault said, no, we're not going to do that. This is now Mindbase, because they are the owners of this project. And they said, we're not going to do that. We are going to give everybody who finds out about this coin now an equal opportunity to mine coins. So we will start from coin 0 and start mining, okay? But we also, because we are aligning with the Bitcoin protocol, we also want to be on par with Bitcoin. But we will get there in 4.5 years. So we'll offer people what we call expedited mining. What do I mean by that? Remember I said with Bitcoin, you're getting 50 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. With these coins now, you are going 175 coins every 10 minutes. Expedited mining. So if you start in now, you are getting more coins than you would with Bitcoin. If you go into Bitcoin mining now, it's 6.25. Bitcoin Vault said we are going to start with 175. Guess what? Some people heard about Bitcoin Vault in December last year when it was launched. Did they do anything about it? No. And we already have, because now they are also going to be reducing how much they issue, also controlling the value through this and inflation. Okay, controlling the value meaning that it is controlling what the distribution, limiting the value and the demand is increasing. As the demand is increasing, the value is going up, 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 up. So they're not going to flood the market. So they're going to start reducing now, okay? So they started with 175. Every 6 months, it goes down by 25 coins. So the longer you wait, the less coins are going to be mined, which means the mining difficulty increases. We have people who mined when the first coin was mined on the 16th of December. They were the lucky ones who were getting 175 coins. Okay, I was actually looking, we had a summit and Hannah was sharing her account where she had bought the mining plan that mined when they started mining. And if you can believe that in that time, when we were mining with our lowest plan, you would get 1 Bitcoin vault. That was the advantage of starting 1 Bitcoin vault a day. That was the advantage of starting early. Now, it was reduced by 25 coins every 10 minutes in May this year. November, it's going to reduce again. You need to think about how many coins you have accumulated so far. You are hearing about it now for a reason. Take the opportunity. In the first year, more than 60% of the coins will be mined. So by the end of November this year, more than 60% will be mined, because in 4.5 years, we will be here at 6.25, where Bitcoin Vault is. Okay, so where Bitcoin is. 6.25, Bitcoin Vault will have aligned with Bitcoin by November 2023. How many coins will you have? By the end of next year, 82% of the coins will be mined. I said to you, with Bitcoin, only 21 million will ever be mined. 18.3 are already mined. For the next 130 odd years, 2.7 mines will be, only 2.7 million coins will be available for mining. Do you want to join when it is the same case with Bitcoin Vault in 3 years' time? I don't think so. So there is urgency and profitability in starting now. Having said that to you, I want my business partner, Sibonelo, to take you through on how you can get started. Take you through what mining. I've given you the knowledge that you need to go on. He is going to give you what you need to do to move now into investor and business owner, as Mining City is offering us that. So Sibonelo, over to you.
Okay, thanks, Maggie. I hope everybody can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, Sibonelo.
Yes, we can.
Okay, thanks. Thanks to my business partner, Maggie, and thanks to everybody who joined this meeting this evening. We are so delighted to share this opportunity with you. As I've been introduced, I'm Sibonelo Mohale and I'm calling from Swaziland. I'm an investor and I'm a business owner through Mining City. Mining City gives you the opportunity just to buy some mining power, as my business partner has indicated. And by doing that, you have already enabled yourself to receive some passive returns every evening. That is what I'm going to be sharing with you. It's a huge opportunity, but more than that, there's also the side of enabling you, giving you some systems for you to actually create a business of your own. So just briefly about me, as I've said, I'm part of Mining City and I'm enjoying being part of this community, which is empowering a lot of people currently. And in general, I'm a crypto enthusiast. I'm learning everything about cryptocurrencies without discriminating which digital currency I'm learning. The reason is because the world is moving towards that space of digital currencies. There is no other way. You need to understand at least little information about cryptocurrencies or digital currencies. So that's what I'm doing. I came across the cryptocurrencies, mainly Bitcoin, a few years ago, and it was so fascinating. I had to read, I had to follow everything that Bitcoin was, or people were presenting about Bitcoin. And it has helped me to learn the space. The more I learn, the more I get comfortable around the space, because it is actually a financial system, as my partner indicated, a decentralized kind of financial system, which is working wonders. for people who have taken the opportunity to understand and to partake in this opportunity. So that's briefly about me. What is important today is to show you, and at this juncture, to show you how you can become part of this wonderful journey that my business partner Maggie has been demonstrating, has been talking about, and has been illustrating through the slides which she presented to you. Before we continue, there's this saying by an unknown person which says, if you are more fortunate than others, it's better to build a longer table than a taller fence. I like this saying because I feel like I'm fortunate because I've been exposed to this space a little earlier than today. So as much as I did not start partaking back then in 2009 or 2010, when Bitcoin was of little value, we know that it has appreciated so much currently. But I'm fortunate to have known before this actual date and to understand the potency of this space of cryptocurrency. So having known about this space, I've chosen to actually share my knowledge, to build a longer table other than building taller fences and saying, now I understand the space, it is benefiting me, and that is enough. No, that is not enough for me, but I want to talk to as many people as possible so that they understand the space. Back then, even a few months ago, we were thinking, you might need to own some cryptocurrency. There might come a time whereby it might save you, it might cushion you. But the time of thinking you might have to is over, because we have seen, as we speak, we have gone through a difficult moment of the COVID-19. This is a kind of a pandemic that has brought to people some panic and has brought to people some instability. We are talking about businesses which have closed for around 2 months or more as we speak. And that has got effects in the economic space. And it is going to affect you one way or the other if we are not prepared. So we are looking at a looming global credit crisis, if you understand what that means. Basically, because our financial system is crumbling because of this sudden and severe disruption that has happened through this pandemic and other cases. It's not just only enough that there's this pandemic of COVID. If you think about bigger financial states like America, currently they are going through some difficulties, social difficulties, and that is still going to put more pressure on the financial system global. And then, as I said, it's no more an option to think, should I own some decentralized cryptocurrency? It is something that you have to do urgently. That's the information I want to share, to say this is now a question of how soon can you start? How soon can you start? Okay, basically it's important for you. I don't know the nature of dreams you have, but it is important for anybody who lives to have a dream, because to have a dream whilst you are awake is a sign of life. You need to dream as big as possible. You need to have goals. And I'm sure each one of us who's here has got goals. And what we are here for is to help you achieve your goal, is to share with you an opportunity of how you can achieve your goals. As I've said, we are in a state, we are in a moment of crisis, which is financial crisis. The question is, do you have a plan B? How prepared are you for such moments? And this is what I'm bringing to you. We are bringing with my partners to you as the plan B. We are talking about the planned Bitcoin vault this evening. This is one opportunity that can change your life completely. And one thing that, the last thing that Maggie indicated here was that this opportunity is so squeezed in a short window of opportunity. It's not forever. Everything that is happening will be happening in a short space of time. Within 4 years, 4.5 years, we would have consumed all the opportunity we are presenting to you. So you must be prepared for the crisis, and also you must just jump into this opportunity, to this plan B, and make or take advantage of what we are going to be talking about this evening. Let us jump into this to demonstrate. I'm talking about Bitcoin Vault. As it has been indicated, Bitcoin Vault started to be mined last year, that is December 16th, 2019. As we speak, it is around 5.5 months in existence. But I want you to appreciate the growth that has happened. As I've said, everything here is being fast-tracked. And as it is being fast-tracked so that it can match what Bitcoin has done in a few years, also it is giving you an opportunity to fast-track your future or your wealth building capability. So it started in 5.5 months ago with a value of almost $1, such that on the 21st of December, it grew to around $5. That is when we saw it in the first exchange. But look at how it has grown over time. You'll notice that on the 1st of May, the first window of opportunity closed. Remember that Maggie said in the first window of opportunity, the first 6 to 7 months, every 10 minutes, 175 Bitcoin vaults were issued into circulation. That window is already closed. Remember, I said this is not forever. It is time sensitive. It is just a window of opportunity that is never gonna last forever. So the first window, you have already missed if you are not part of this. If you are part of Mining City, you still have another opportunity to accumulate as much as possible, because the game here is a game of accumulation, so that later on you can hold this store of value. As Maggie has indicated, what is meant by a store of value, over some time, you will have your assets, your digital assets accumulating value. So the first one is over. Now we are in the second phase, which is gonna last until November 2020, of which every 10 minutes, 150 Bitcoin vaults are released into circulation. But I want you to appreciate the change in terms of value. In May, the average value of Bitcoin vault was $144. That is around 2,520 rands. But as we've just started in June, in a few days' time, we have seen an unprecedented growth of this coin. As we speak right now, the last time I checked, Bitcoin Vault was sitting at $190. I haven't seen in my study of the cryptocurrency space, I've never seen a coin that could grow this much. Even Bitcoin, what we refer to as the ancestor of all these cryptocurrencies, has never seen such growth. In 5.5 months, growing to almost $200. So this is the power of Bitcoin Vault, and this is the potence of Bitcoin Vault, and this is what you need to take advantage of. As I've indicated, it has achieved the value of $100 in only 4 months, whereas BTC or Bitcoin reached this value in 4 years. So we are saying this is a coin that is traveling at a very, very fast speed. It is now accessible in multiple exchanges. One of the exchanges is Coinil, another one is Liquid, another one is CoinGecko. You can go there, view this. You can also trade it in exchanges like Coinil, Liquid, also mxc.com. These are exchanges. By exchanges, we mean that this is where you can trade. You can exchange your fiat for this coin. So for those who think they want to buy, they can go there. But I want to present a better opportunity. Other than buying this coin, you can mine, you can partake in Mining City, in the opportunity that Mining City presents to us. Because Mining City says, we are going to provide you with the systems of participating in the business. We are going to actually provide you with mining power. You can buy mining power and you can mine this coin. This is what I'm going to show to you. Basically, it remains a mystery. We don't know what is going to happen next from where we are sitting at $190. But what is important is to accumulate, own some of this. I'll just move on to say, in 3 months, I just want to give you a picture of what has happened, a historic picture, of which in this case, we've got this package. As I've said, Mining City presents to us some mining power, meaning the ability to mine in a form of plans or what we call packages. So you just buy a package which presents you with the ability to mine, with the power to participate in the issuance of the coin and receive some dividends in that. So we have heard, remember that Mining City has been in existence for more than a year right now. We had a starter regime to say, these are the packages. I just want to show you these old packages because the new ones have just started. And if I were to present that, you will see a very small view. But I want to give to you the gold package, which started mining on the 3rd of March, 2020. And you look at this old gold package, it was bought for 3,500, it was worth 3,500 US dollars, giving you a mining power of 35 terahash per second. Those just are units for mining power, or it's called the hash rate, how quick or how powerful your machine can actually attain you some computational power. So basically we are talking about this gold package, which started on the 3rd of March, and it has mined 29.56 coins, 29.56 Bitcoin Vault coins. And this has been achieved in only 3 months. Can you imagine that? And let us just practicalize things. Remember that we are so used to fiat. Everything we get using dollars, we get using rands or whatsoever the national currency you are at. I just want us to look at that quickly. Okay, looking at this gold package, which is basically was bought for 3,500. Remember that when you buy a package or mining power, you are actually signing a contract with Mining City. Mining City is committing to say, every night we are going to receive your small dividends for 1,100 days. So that contract is 3 years contract. Okay, but I'll still emphasize that as much as you are going, even you can buy some mining power next year, you're still going to get 3 years, but this is time sensitive. To be an early adopter has got advantages. Whatsoever you go out there boldly, you will maximize if you start earlier. Somebody said, fortune favors the bold and those who are ready to take opportunity. So this is what I just want to demonstrate. Once you've bought this package, after 10 days, you'll start receiving some returns. So I want you to picture this scenario in terms of how exactly were those 29 coins conceived or accumulated. Did the person pay 3,500 US dollars, then receive 29 Bitcoin vaults? No, there's a process whereby there is the mining which gives you dividends every night. So imagine that you will be holding a glass, an empty glass, on the 11th day after purchasing. So what we are saying here is that Mining City will provide you with a wallet for free to say, here you are going to hold your coins. Remember, we are talking about coins here. So once you've got that empty jug or glass, Mining City on the 11th day will start opening a tap, will start giving you some drops of Bitcoin vaults. And these drops will be falling into your wallet or into your cup for the remainder of the days after the 11th days until you complete 1,100 days. So basically what we are saying is that every night at 9 p.m. you are receiving these daily dividends. And as I've demonstrated previously, the previous slide, that the gold package, which started on the 3rd of March, this very same year, 2020, has actually mined 29.56 Bitcoin vaults. What does that mean? As we speak, that is 109, okay, basically 1 Bitcoin vault is equivalent to $190. Not that, underline that, 1 Bitcoin vault is equivalent to $190. So if you will multiply what you already have in your wallet or in your jug or in your glass, that is 29.56 times 190, it will give you $5,616. Okay, that is in fiat. And if you convert that by 1690, because today the rand to dollar is 1690, that would give you 94,910. And in a space of 3 months, 91 days. And remember that if you convert $3,500 to rands, that is 70,000 rands. And then the question is this a profitable venture? I would say boldly, this is a profitable venture, because you'll notice that now you have made around 20,000 rands in profits. You'd have actually gotten what you invested, or you bought the shares for, you bought your package for, and also a profit. And remember that this you have done in 91 days, and there's still 1,009 days remaining. Then the question is, if I could do this in 3 months, what can be done in a further 1,000 days? We don't know. This is the question that you have to ask yourself before we finish this presentation. This is the question you have to ask yourself as you go to sleep. And this is the question that must motivate you to say, with the looming global credit crisis, what is my hope? What is my response? Do I want to earn such, or do I want to accumulate such? Then moving on quickly, I just want to show you a smaller package. It's an old one. This one started mining on the 27th. On the 27th of March. And you'll notice that that is a little more than 2 months in existence. So this is called the standard package, which was bought for $500, and that gives you 5 terahash per second mining power, which is basically lesser than the gold that I showed you. I just want to show you that there's a range. You can start somewhere. This accommodates everybody. So basically, in a space of almost 2 months, this has made $423. Remember, it was bought for $500. You can tell already that since you have accumulated 2.2 Bitcoin vaults, which are worth $190, this has got a potential to give you a profit in a short space of time. I just wanted to show you this in passing to say there are different range of this particular packages. Then the question is, if you show me what is the new regime, because we've been saying these are all packages, what is the current, what is on offer in the current regime? Mining City always studies the market and has decided, okay, we know the smallest package basically has been a $500. And since we are growing, now we have built more substations, now we've built more farms, and we've got more mining power we can give to people. Why don't we remodel our packages? Therefore, packages have been remodeled in the past few weeks so that you can receive more mining power, so that you can actually accumulate more Bitcoin vaults in a short space of time. So here are the new packages that I've been talking about. Remember that I started with a gold package, which in the previous regime was $4,200 US, but sorry, was $3,500 but was also of 35 terahash per second mining power. Now, as we speak, there's a new package of $4,200 in purchasing value, but now will give you 42 terahash per second, 7 terahash per second more than what you received before. What does this tell you? It tells you that you will be having more ability, more mining power with this new package. And that will translate to even more expedited mining, or some more quickened mining. And this basically comes also with other smaller packages. A gold package is formed of 3 smaller packages, which is the standard package, plus the bronze package, plus the silver package. Then you get the power of a gold package, but you can still buy these individually. You can buy a standard package individual at $600 or 12,000 rands, which comes with a 6 terahash per second. Remember that the standard package, which I showed you in the previous slide, was at $500, but giving you lesser mining power and lesser returns at the end of the day. So basically with this one, we are getting 6 terahash per second. Then there's the bronze package, which is 1,200 US dollars. And then you've got the silver package, which is 2,400 US dollars. Mining City is considerate and has got the vision and the mission to bring accessibility to ordinary customers like me and you, ordinary consumers. So also has looked to say, if people can't afford a 600 US dollars, what can we offer? And they have provided a time limited. So this is basically a limited time offer of a primary package, which is worth 300 US dollars, 6,000 rands. You can purchase 3 terahash per second. If you don't have right now a 600 US dollars, you are not close out. You can actually bring your 300 US dollars and start mining as soon as possible. As I said, there is a benefit of being an early adopter, and there is a punishment of being a laggard. There is a punishment for coming late in every space. As you would think, if you were to go to other coins that have been mined, like my Bitcoin, which remains with 2.7 million Bitcoin, you will feel the pinch of coming late. But we are presenting an opportunity with Bitcoin Vault mining, which says you are a little earlier, because in circulation, we only have around 5.8 million as we speak. So this is an opportunity. But for those who have got appetite, for those who see the power and the opportunity, there's never been a perfect timing like now. They have been provided with a chance of having a package which is called the Platinum package. This is a premium package. This is a package that gives you the power of a gold package times 3. 3 times gold package power. Plus doesn't stop there. It doesn't only give you 126 terahash per second, which is 3 times 42, but also gives you a bonus of a bronze package, which is 12 terahash per second. In total gives you 138 terahash per second in mining power. And that is huge. It is a big deal. If you could go out there and get a 12,600 US dollars or a 250,000 rands and buy this package, I can assure you that you are going to get your month's worth in terms. Let me just tease you. Let me show you what has happened in a space of around 13 days. This is a platinum package, a new package that started mining. You will see that it started mining on the 21st of May, around 13 days as we speak today. Look at the number of coins that have been mined, around 8.2899 coins. This is amazing in a space of 13 days. And if you project, I'm not saying this is what is going to happen, but we know that historic data can teach you something. That's why we learn history. What has happened before can inform what might happen in the future. So if it's 8.2 Bitcoin vaults in 13 days, don't you think that in 30 days, you could be sitting around 18 Bitcoin vaults? That is a possibility. And as we speak today, after the 13 days, $1,575 worth of Bitcoin vaults has been offered or has been mined by this particular plan. 26,000 rands. This is actually amazing. And this is an opportunity you can never afford to miss as we speak. And let me move quickly. You are saying, okay, we hear you. These are the packages, and I've shown you different packages, 6 packages you can choose from. And this is passive income. Passive income. But one thing about passive income is that it favors those, again, I repeat, who come early into the space. Then I want to show you, remember I started by saying a person who dreams is a person who's actually living. I know you've got your dreams, and your dreams can be satisfied by some monetary substance. You can say, I've got a dream of earning 1,000 a month or 3,000 a month. Somebody would come and say, I've got an appetite. I've got dreams that needs 1 million a month. I've got dreams that needs 12,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 500,000, 200,000, a range, an array of wishes which are unique with each one of us who's here. So basically, you can decide, okay, I'm not going to sit back and wait for my passive income, but I also want to take an advantage of the system that Mining City is bringing to people. So Mining City is bringing you another opportunity more than just the passive, whereby you receive returns every night for 1,100 days. You can also start your own business. What kind of business am I talking about? This is active income referral business. What do we do in this business? We are just talking to people. We are just using the word of mouth, and we are getting compensated for doing that. Mining City comes to say, we are going to compensate everybody who goes out there and shares her or his results. Somebody who goes out there and shares the experience in Mining City, what we have offered that particular person. And there are different compensation plans or bonuses. I'm going to talk about only 2 out of the 5, the plans bonus and the binary team cycle bonus. I'll start with the plans bonus quickly. What do I mean by the plans bonus? I mean that when you become a member of Mining City, it means that by simply buying a plan, it could be a gold package, it could be a platinum, it could be a standard, it could be a platinum, a primary package, you would have given yourself an opportunity to become also a business owner. So look at main right there. At the top, there is main. That will be you. And what we are saying by plans bonus is that whenever you share this opportunity, you talk to people, whenever you refer in this referral program, you refer somebody, and that person sees the value and actually capitalize on the value by buying his or her plan. The first person until the 5th person, you as the main referrer, you will call those your team A, the first 5 people, and you'll be compensated 5% for each, not just in general but for each of these people, you will get 5% from the first one. Meaning that if you will sign up today, if you will buy your package today, you go out there, you talk to somebody, and that person buys into this idea, which is so brilliant, offered by Mining City, you will get 5% off whatsoever. If it's basically your primary package, you will get $15. If it's your silver, you will get $120. If it's your platinum, you'll get $630, 5% of what those 5 people have bought. But further on, it doesn't stop there. After the 5th, there's the 6th person and the others which will follow. You will be calling those your team B. And for each one of these, whosoever buys, you will receive 10% of the package that that person has ever bought. Isn't that amazing? This is beautiful. Being compensated for talking to people. And further, you will also have those people referring other people, and Mining City won't stop at your first level of people you have referred. The people that they have referred also, you'd be getting some compensation of 5% further down the ladder. So I was saying, with your team, you are getting 10%. Giving you an example, if you would refer somebody who buys a platinum, you will get instantly $1,260. Isn't that amazing? It is a beautiful story. If you refer somebody who buys a bronze, you get $120 instantly. That is a beautiful story. And let us carry on quickly. It's not only the bonus that you get in terms of monetary compensation, but remember, you are being paid in Bitcoin Vault. And the power of being paid in Bitcoin Vault is that the value grows over time. As I was talking about $120, talking about $630, that is just a translation of Bitcoin Vault, but you are being paid in Bitcoin Vault plus credits. So whenever you refer somebody and that person buys, you are going to get your bonus for the plan that has been bought, also a credit. For a primary package, you get 0.5 credit point. For a standard, you get 1 credit. For a bronze, 2 credits, silver, 4 credits, gold, 7 credits, and platinum, a whopping 21 credit points. If you refer somebody and somebody buys, that is the points that you will receive for yourself immediately. You can actually make money out of this from as little as $200 based on the conditions that Mining City brings to you, up to $2,400 per day. Remember, I said our dreams are different. They are different sizes, but you must never stop dreaming. You can actually get up to $2,500 per day. Okay, so moving right away, what I would say here is that here is an example. I'll show you what I mean by cycling bonuses. So there is Sibonelo up there as the main. So what if Sibonelo would go out there and talk to somebody, show this opportunity and say, if you could invest, if you could buy your package, you may receive some Bitcoin vaults every day, some fractions of Bitcoin vaults every day, and keep on playing this game of accumulation, knowing that in the long run, you will accumulate and the value of this currency or of this asset will be growing and you will be compounding your returns. So basically somebody decides, oh, let me buy a gold package because this sounds interesting. What basically is going to happen, as I'm showing you on the left side of the screen, somebody there buys a gold package, you are going to be awarded a 7 credit points, basically, on top of your planned bonus, which is basically going to be a 5% or a 10%, depending on which team. Is it team A or team B? So basically you get 7 credits. And then you also go out there, you talk to other people, and somebody says, no, let me buy a silver package. What are you going to get? You're going to get 4 credits. You talk to somebody buys a bronze package, you will get 2 credits. And if you combine, if you total this up, on the left-hand side, you'll get 7 total credits. And on the right-hand side, you get 6 total credits. And Mining City will come every night and say, how many points do you have? How many credits do you have on your left and on your right? If Mining City finds that you've got 5 credits in total on your left and 5 credits in total on your right, then we'll compensate you with $200 worth of Bitcoin vaults. So you'll receive Bitcoin vaults worth $200. If you've got more than 5, maybe you've got 10 on the left and 10 on the right, multiply that by 2. So you'll have $400 worth of Bitcoin vault. If you go on and on, so basically Mining City is going to take those credits and compensate you with $200 worth of Bitcoin vaults, and you will remain with your credits, which have not max into the 5 credits. But you can go as up as 12 cycles, which is basically $2,400 in one night. If you have 60 credits on the left and 60 credits on the right, that is worth $2,400. And this is achievable. We've got people who are doing this daily. They are maxing every day. But you don't have to think about maxing. Think about starting. Think about getting 1 cycle a week, 1 cycle a day, and that is worth considering to finance your dreams. And more than just receiving this, Mining City has got a way of recognizing people who are working. Since Mining City has got a marketing plan that is performance-based for whosoever goes out there and shares the good gospel of Bitcoin Vault, the good gospel of Mining City. At some point, Mining City will reward you as you rank up. There are different ranks here. The more you work, the more you get recognized. Even at the corporate world, there is some ranking of some form. You become a junior officer, you grow to be a manager, a senior manager, a CEO at some point in time. So these are, but with Mining City, whatsoever you do, there is a reward to say, we are doing well, we are working so hard. For a city builder, which we will later in other sessions talk about how do you become a city builder, there is a reward of $100. For a city developer, there's a reward of $200 instantly that you get. There's a reward for a city manager of $3,500 plus an exclusive S1 Smile cell phone, which is an invention of Eyal, basically, who we said is the CEO of MindBest, an intelligent CEO who is a serial inventor. There's a lot of things he has invented and he has never stopped. He has decided, let me design a phone that is in the levels of the iPhone 11, and even better than the iPhone 11. And he has said everybody who, from the city manager to city chief manager to city mayor, will receive an award of this phone. Look at this phone, how beautiful it is. It has got some two screens at the front and at the back. And you look at the detail, the properties, they are so amazing. And definitely I can assure you it's better than an iPhone 11. This is just a comparison. As I close, you'll be asking yourself, yes, I'm willing to be a passive to be an investor here and receive some passive returns. But can I be a business owner? Do I have what it takes? I can tell you with confidence, you do have what it takes, because at the beginning, I never thought I could do this, but I've learned because there's a good support system with Mining City. There's online meetings like we are doing. There's also training and mentorship that happens almost every week. In fact, every week there are days which are designated for training and mentorship. So basically, there is no end in learning, and we hold each other's hand. As long as you are willing, we will be supporting you. There are leaders, there are people here in this community who will support you. There's also a system called Mentorline, which for free you access, whereby it will help you with best prospecting means, teach you how to prospect, teach you how to organize yourself as you actually refer people into the business and you do your marketing. So basically, you are in good hands. And how do I get started? You're asking yourself that question. The first step is to sign up a Bitcoin exchange wallet, either in Altcoin Trader, Luno, if you are local here in Southern Africa, or international. There are other exchanges like CoinMama, like Coinbase, like different kind of exchanges, Coinil. You go there, you sign up for a wallet, and then you sign up for a Mining City account using the person who has invited you, using that link from the person that invited you. And this is how we build the business, because the person would have marketed Mining City, then you'll use that link as a referral. Then you will transfer your fiat using EFT into your exchange. Basically, once it is at your exchange, you can now convert and buy Bitcoins. Remember that the world of Mining City is a world of cryptocurrency. We do not talk fiat per se, because we are dealing with Bitcoin Vault here. We accept Bitcoin and Bitcoin Vault for buying plans. And you select a plan of your choice, and then you purchase that invoice using the Bitcoins or Bitcoin Vaults that are sitting at your exchange. And as I close up this session, I leave you with a question. We have said this is an opportunity. This is a time-sensitive opportunity. This is an opportunity that is never going to last forever. But we are guaranteed of the difficulties in finance, in the financial space, in the economy. That is guaranteed. That has already started. The global crisis is already with us. So the question is, what am I going to do? How are you going to prepare for yourself and your family around this? Are you going to listen and go away, do nothing? Or are you going to listen, think, consider, and start immediately? This is an opportunity, and it is a choice. It is a decision that you have to make. And I will encourage you confidently, because this is what I'm doing. I've never stopped investing. I've never stopped buying packages, because I can see I've been borrowed some time travelers' eyes to see what can happen in the future. And I can see the potence, the power of Bitcoin Vault. So go back there, make a decision. And the best decision will be to start immediately. If not now, when would you start? So as we close this, I would like to take back to Fundo, who's our MC, to take us through to the wrapping up of this session. Thank you for your time.
Wow, thank you very much, Sibonelo. I'm just taking over a bit. I'm not sure if Fundo's network is good enough. Fundo, are you there? I'm just hoping she will be able to. Nomfundo? I don't even see her. Can you see her, Maggie? Oh, there she is. Okay, you can unmute yourself, Nomfundo. Let me make you co-host quickly. Can you unmute?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, thank you very much. Before we take questions, I just want to hand over to Fundo because one thing for sure is when we talk about exactly what Maggie was sharing, especially what Sibonelo was sharing about making money, about deciding how much you want to make. A lot of times when you have people that have achieved, it actually resonates even much better, okay? So I'm going to hand over to Nomfundo. Mfundo, you've got just a few minutes. Don't go too long. Can you just share your story? Tell us how old you are. Tell us when you got involved into cryptocurrency. But most importantly, I'm excited. Share with people how much you made in just 1 month. 1 month. And of course, how much this business has changed your life and your family's life. Just quickly.
All right, thanks very much, Mam Tima. You know how much of a special lady you are to me for introducing me into this business. It wasn't easy. It was a perfect journey of learning how to be financially disciplined, you know, as I was about to get into the business, right? Okay, so thank you very much, Maggie, my partner, for sharing the passive income side of the business. And thank you for emphasizing that this business or investment model is here to stay. Because I also can attest to that. I'm a happy beneficiary of mining earnings that are guaranteed every night. It's basically easy money that you get while sleeping, eating, shopping, whatever that you do. It's just easy money that is working on your behalf into helping you pursue your dreams with your extra time. All right, if employment is your dream, well, then it helps you keep your time with being employed or self-employed, while also having money that is kept working for you in order for you to pursue your dreams. So in my case, pursuing my dreams was to go back to varsity. As I'm still a young lady, I feel that it is very important for everybody to get themselves equipped with as much information as they can, whatever it gives back to you, as long as you keep yourself informed with something, you can climb the ladder into life, okay? So just a matter of taking you a little into my story, into my world. I'm a student part-time. It's actually full-time. And then because I attend, I juggle my routine every day, balancing the business in Mining City and also being a student. Well, it has been a hard journey to success, but I always say that everything that has rewards have to come with hard work. So it's only just a matter of taking an informed decision if you want to make passive income, because now it's what while being in the student, you know, as a student, you don't have much income coming your way. So I had to have a lot of months, 10 months saving for myself in order to be an earner of guaranteed returns. So I got involved in the business late 2018, but it was only for just digital markets, mining in other companies. But then now I discovered Mining City. So Mining City has changed my life in a lot of ways than one. I'm a student who does not ask for umkero anymore. I do not ask for what is this, an allowance anymore, because it would be unfair. As long as I'm over 18, I know that now I'm an adult and I have to take responsibility for my life. So getting into the passive income has allowed me to actually move freely in terms of life, discover new things, discover that I'm a person who actually loves money. I didn't know that I love money. I didn't know that I love things. I didn't know that I love traveling. I actually didn't know that I actually want to be an official entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is somebody who creates systems as well for other people to benefit from them. So it gives me a painful heart to hear sometimes when an employed person says that this business. I hear some noises.
It's me. I was trying to make you tell your story quickly. Your network seems like it's gonna fail us again.
Oh, okay. So sorry about that. Excuse me. So this business has allowed me to be really sad for people who are employed, and they would pull a victimized face saying, but I don't have money to get into the business. I always say that it's not an excuse, because you know, when you are employed, you are actually selling your time for money. So when you sell your time for money, it limits your freedom into only certain things in life. But when you enhance, when you invest into money working for you, you're actually enhancing your earnings to bring you money, like your own money bringing you money. But when you go into network marketing, which is what Sibonelo Mohale just shared right now, you are actually cultivating your investments. So my partner Sibonelo shared that this part of the business helps you make crazy money. So my story in all summary is that even if you want to go into only the passive income earner, but I advise you to actually go into the network marketing part. Why? Because as a student, through only bonuses and commissions in May alone, I made $695. Okay, in thousands, it's $6,395 in May alone. So that is more than 100,000 rands. Okay, that's in May alone. And remember, I'm a student, and it's kind of a strain in a way, but also it's very exciting, because now I worked very hard in order to get into this part of earning some crazy money. But so far, through the same commissions and bonuses, I've managed to bring my family together into one roof. As I believe, like a year ago or so, I was homeless. But you know, we had rooms where we had to rent out. So I'm very proud to say I have my mother living under a roof of a house that she has always dreamed of herself. It's a huge house. It's fully furnished. It's very beautiful. And I wake up every day and really ask myself, is this me? It hasn't really been 2 years yet. And if I would have to point out each and everything in material, in my bank balance, in my portfolio balance, I am amazed at how much my life has changed through Mining City. Amazed at how life is so beautiful when you have money. So
right.
don't feel guilty. Yeah.
All right. I can hear you are very excited. You are bringing tears to my eyes. You are bringing tears to my eyes. So, 2 questions. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay.
26.
So Fundo is 26 years old, guys. Okay. And a student, right? And you said, how much did you make? $6,395. Okay, Maggie, you are good
in
with
1
numbers.
month.
Please help us. In 1 month.
It's 100 and something. 6,000 what?
6,395.
6,395. That's 108,000 rands.
So 108,000 rands
In
1 month.
Yeah, 108416.
In 1 month. Okay.
Yes,
Now,
in 1 month.
so guys, if she's made 108 in 1 month, now my question is, Fundo, how much have you made in the last 5 months? You know, I'm not gonna ask you. I'm not gonna ask you.
Her
But
love says it
the
all.
fact, you know, the fact that you have been able to bring your family together and put a roof over their heads, believe me, that is just amazing.
Wow.
I know we already have members that don't know who you are, but if you allow me to share the video where you were excited showing off the house, allow me to share it, because that just brings tears to my eyes, you know. So that is basically what Mining City can do and what it is. I'm so proud of you. Continue to show other people how to actually get involved in this business, because the fact that you are making the money that you have made, it shows how many people you have spoken to show them how they can make an earnings on a daily basis. So I'm really, really proud of you. Again, it confirms and concludes that this business sees no color, it sees no age, it sees no background in terms of who you are. So I'm really, really, I'm proud of you. I'm happy that at least your network behaved. We've been trying to get the story out of you.
We had to get it today. Wow,
So thank
Fundo.
you very much. Thank you very much. And all the best for June. You and I have already set your target, because I'm not going to let you drop the ball. Okay. All right, guys.
Okay,
thank
thank you.
Thank you, Sunshine. We can take questions. Maggie, you can take over. Sorry, I just needed to.
Actually, all the questions seem to be directed to Fundo, so she better stay on. No,
Okay.
Fundo, please can you come on and have your video on, because these questions seem to be about you. How do you do it, Fundo? Wow. Which package did you purchase? Fundo, you're making me not to sleep. I'm so proud of you. So, what was your initial investment? We've got questions like that. What's your initial investment, Fundo? If you're okay with sharing.
Okay. So, can I share, Maggie?
Yes.
Okay, so my initial investment back in, okay, I won't talk about the previous business because I wouldn't say I made money out of there, all right? But in Mining City, my initial capital was 8,500 rands, because now the mining packages at that time were, I'd say, much cheaper. And it was only just 8,500 rands with my initial capital. But because, you know, I learned how to work around with money in this business, you know, having mentors and everything, you get you get exposed to other ways of preserving money discipline, financial education, and all that. So I was able to grow that standard package, which was 8,500 rands, into many other into many other accounts. And on top of that, I made sure that I commit myself into the business and see how much I will be able to make, and that was rewarded. Right, so that
Okay.
answers the question of, yeah.
So let me help everyone when you start talking about 8.5, because people are gonna get confused. So Fundo started with the standard package, which I wrote on the chat message. So she started on the standard package, which at the time it was $500. Okay, converted into rands, because the rand value was cheaper, the Bitcoin was cheaper. It was worth 8,500 rands. Again, it concludes and confirms that when you delay yourself, you end up paying a lot more than when we started, because that's how much some people at the time paid 8,000. And today, how much is a standard package? You are looking at about 11 or 12,000 rand. But that is basically how much I wrote $8,500. It's actually 8,500 rands that she popped out when she started. And that is what the standard package was at that time in rand value. Okay. Now, of course, this will not give you 108,000 rand in a month. Now, where does all this money come from? Maggie, help us with the presentation quickly. Just go to the compensation plan. So where the other money comes from is the active income, because the passive income, which is your daily mining earnings, that is what Sibonelo shared when he was showing you what the results has been on the different packages. But where the other money comes from is when Fundo now went and started sharing exactly what Maggie is showing now. So those 5%, 10%, the $200, go down again, the $200 and so forth, the binary cycle commission, all of this is where the rest of the money is coming from. So when you start sharing the business model to other people and they do exactly what you have done, which is buying a mining package, you get compensated with bonuses and commissions. So as Sibonelo was saying, that you can make a minimum of $200 a day. You know, you find Fundo at some given days, she makes $400, she makes $800, she makes $1,000 in one night. So that is basically where the money is coming from when you start sharing. The passive income, that is the one that Sibonelo was showing you in terms of the mining returns. So there's two income streams. There's active and there's passive. But for you to build a business, you need to start with the passive income where you are buying a mining package. Okay, so I've summarized all the questions and given one answer. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Shavon, unfortunately we can't show you here because I've got it on my phone. So I'll share it in our members group. And if you are not a member, then whoever that has invited you here can then share the video. That's if Fundo allows us to do it. So I need to get a go ahead from her first and then share it with you, okay? Because I didn't plan to show you. That's why I asked her if I can show you. So I'll share it in our members group.
You can share it.
Okay, but I'll have to share it in the members group first, and then we can then distribute it, okay? All right, guys, any other questions? Thanks, Fundo.
Thanks,
any other
Mommy.
questions? Thank you, Sunshine. Any other questions, or are you guys traumatized, crippled?
By this 26-year-old.
Okay, Baina says my question was not answered. Let me give you access to unmute. What was the question? Allow participants mute.
How did you do it, Fundo? I think she said. The question was, how did you do it, Fundo?
Okay, I've given access for you to unmute yourself. So please unmute and ask the question because I don't see it on the chat.
The question was, how did you do it, Fundo? And I think she has answered, unless she wanted more. Okay, Baina?
Hi,
Okay.
can I speak?
Yes,
okay,
can.
I'm gonna read it. It says, hi everyone, thank you for the presentation. I got here a bit late due to connectivity. Can one see the presentation on Facebook, like go through it again, because I see it's live on Facebook Live? And then I said again, can one go into the earnings made on the 3-year plan on the mining city, or they are strictly available after the 3-year contract? I don't know if I
Maggie?
put the question.
Maggie, you want to take that?
Yes. Okay. The presentation will be available. You can ask the person that invited you to send you the link. Once the recording is available, we do share it in our groups. And on Facebook, I'm not sure if it stays on. Sometimes I've seen it stay on, sometimes it goes. So it's safer to ask the person that invited you to give it to you, okay? And then in terms of, can you go into the earnings? So whatever you are making on a daily basis, number one, is available for you to see. You can actually monitor your own investment on a daily basis because Mining City gives you a back office to do that. And then in terms of withdrawing from that, if that's what your question was, you can withdraw whatever you have made. You see the accounts that Sibonelo showed, that money can actually be withdrawn at any time. However, there is a minimum that you can only withdraw from 10, you can't withdraw anything less than $10 US. Okay, that is the only restriction, but as soon as it's available, you can do that. However, we are looking at you're free to do it. But our advice is that just try and keep it for as long as you can, because we are trying to accumulate the coins with the idea that the value will increase, but there is no one stopping you from withdrawal.
Thank you.
Okay.
I've also written on the chat message the 3 names that you can follow the live presentation on Facebook. That's if it's there. Normally, as Maggie says,
It is there.
it should be there. If you can watch it today or tomorrow. I think due to space, it somehow gets removed. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I've seen
yes,
sometimes it disappears.
you can follow under those names, okay? But please do go back to the person that invited you. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, can we close the meeting, or is there another question? Are we good, or do we have a question? Okay, so before we go, yes? Okay, you see why I don't allow people to unmute themselves. We end up having this. All right, before we go, let me just quickly share a screenshot. Tandek, I can't breathe. Let me just share a screenshot quickly, and then you guys can just see when we talk about the $200 minimum that a person can make. I've just done a screenshot. I was gonna do it live, but our website is under updates, so it's not live at the moment. So let me just quickly share this. I had not done the calculations, but I hope you guys can see it. All right, can you guys see?
Yes, we can, Jima.
Okay,
Yes, we
now
can.
let's start on the far left. So we kept on hearing 5 minimum left, 5 minimum right, and then you get paid $200, okay? So what you are seeing on that account, it's basically, Maggie, help me with the calculation. So if it's got 39.5 on the left, how many $200 is that? Because for every $200, you need a minimum of 5 left plus 5 right.
We've got
Okay.
7.
So this account will pay 7 cycles, which at $200 per cycle. Okay, so how much is it in?
$1,400 US.
So $1,400 US. This account will be paid this much tonight alone. So this is where Fundo was talking about building the business, making more money over and above just being a person that is receiving mining earnings only. Okay.
Can I give the
so
rent
that
value?
Is, sorry.
Can I give the
Yes,
rent value? 23,800.
So 23,800. Okay. Now let's move to the second account.
That
so
will be
that we
4
can show
cycles.
people. So that is 4 cycles, right? 4 cycles, which at $200 each as well. $200, which is $800, right? In rand value?
13,600.
13,600. So that is that in red. And then the last account, which
5 cycles.
is, how many? It's 5.
5 cycles.
Okay, that's 5 cycles. Okay, at $200 as well, because each cycle is $200. So at $200, how much is this?
That is 1,000.
Okay, so it's $1,000, which is how much in rands?
17,000. I just said 17,000. I just
You're 17 straight.
Yeah.
Okay, Maggie, give us the total on all these 3 accounts.
Okay, plus 13,000 plus 23,800. 53,800.
53,800. Okay, now what does this mean? It means whoever this is, whoever this is, build a team such that you get paid this much in one night. So this is basically what Fundo was talking about. And this is what Sibonelo was sharing with you and showing you that when you have 5 left, 5 right, this is basically what he was talking about. It's just unfortunate I can't show you on a live account, but these screenshots are coming from a live account. So this is what exactly it is. When you start sharing with other people, you can literally write your own dreams. You can earn as much as you want to earn at any given day. Okay, I just wanted to give you a sleepless night, and I'm sure I have done that. And I honestly wish you a sleepless night, guys.
Please
Okay.
keep the screen on. Please keep the
Oh,
screen
you
on.
want it on? Let me reshare it again. All right, guys. I think that's it from my side, unless if people have got something, but we can call it a night. Oh, we are going to have a vernacular presentation tomorrow, whereby it's going to be a Zulu presentation, okay? Because we understand that some people, you know, they relate much better, even after hearing English, then they would rather have it in their own mother tongue. So we are also trying to make it easier for people to understand this cryptocurrency space in our own languages. So tomorrow we are starting our vernacular presentations. If you know people that want to join in, unfortunately it's Zulu, or fortunately, I don't know, and then we'll try add other languages as we go on, okay? And then on Saturday, please do also join us again. We have the Global Summit, which is also a presentation, but that one includes the entire mining city business under our leader, Hannah. So you will see people coming from different countries so that you can see how big this business is in a nutshell, okay? And then on Sunday, we are doing the very same presentation once again. So please go back to the person that invited you so that you can get started, or if you have questions. But otherwise, guys, from me and my team and my leaders, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you, and we can call it a night. Okay.
Thank you, Dima. Thanks, Fundo. Thanks, Sibonelo.
Thank you, Dima. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I can't beg. I can't beg.
I wish you a sleepless night.
I can't beg.
Oh,
You're
no.
not-
Ngeke kulaleke namhlanje.
Oh, akuhambeki. Mangisayine tu. Cela ungisayine.
Last night, I made $2,200.
Dollars.
Yes.
Okay. Can it be 5 o'clock in the morning now?
So in 2 nights, you can add from tonight and last night. So yeah.
Okay.
Yo, hi, hi,
Too late, Maggie. Uhambile.
Bye-bye, guys.
hi, Jimmy.
Bye.
Bye bye. Awa.